So the double worm tricks worked. Don't tell anybody, top secret.
Nice, Lenny.
Hello again, welcome to another James Maud fishing match, and it's the last one in the James Maud season for 2022. We're on Little John Lakes, and we are on Robin Hood Lake, which is probably one of the best informed lakes this season, certainly Nottinghamshire. It's been absolutely fantastic. The weights throughout the summer in this lovely hot summer we've had have been fantastic. And even yesterday there was a vets match on here. I think £160 won it. So there was a really good match here yesterday. We have had a lot of rain in the last couple of days, but it's quite mild today. With 12 degrees overnight, no sign of any frost. A bit soggy this morning, just drying out from yesterday's rain, but there's not any forecast today. So we've actually come on a nice mild day for a change. We've had some shockers recently, some really windy, rainy days on the Maudie matches, but not today. So anyway, I've drew peg 22, and I'm set up 2 float rigs. Got a chanty type float, or pellet and meat rig, and that's at about 4 feet deep. That's top 2 plus the top kit right in front of me, and that's probably about the deepest part of my swim. And then I've set up a carper chimp float for down the margins. Both these have got the meat rig's got a 16 hook on, the margin rig's got a 14 hook on, and that's for worm, bunches of maggots, meat, and I've got some soft pellets as well. But bait range I've bought quite a bit today. I've got dead reds, wormed some down the edge with some meat. Some meat worked well last week. I don't know if you see the fried top match before. I caught a couple of nice beasts on the 8 mil cubes of meat, so I bought some of that again today. But I've got a couple of pints of dead reds and some worms to fish towards the platforms either side, because bit of room today, empty pegs either side. I've also set up a method feeder rod and a bomb rod for 8 mil pellet, 6 mil pellet. So I'll explore that to start with and just see if the fish are feeding early on. But with the mild temperatures, hoping they're going to feed. Hoping we should catch a few fish today. I'm really looking forward to it, especially last match of the season, no frost. Super James Maud season. I've missed a big chunk of it in the middle, but they've had some super matches. Right, so we're finished getting set up and ready for the all-in. So straight out in the method feeder to the corner of the island. But I'm trickling in 4 mils on a short line in the deepest part of my swim, right in front. Just putting a few 8 mils out there, caught by the 6s. Let's put a bit around the end of the island. I've had no liners in the first few minutes. There's many fish here at the moment. I've seen 2 fish caught though. Right, so nothing on the feeder line first 15-20 minutes. I've got bubbles coming up on the short pellet line, and a couple of people have caught on pole. They've had carp close in already, so I've gone in with a 4 mil expander. See if we can pick a fish up. So this is actually the deepest part of this swim. I fished this swim before, a couple of years ago. I caught on paste. I had half a dozen nice fish early. First fish. That little baby one, beautiful. Put that in a separate little net. I'll just put another section on a bit further out. It's like a ghosty. It took a little while. I've finally got a decent fish. Common. Probably 3 or 4 pounds. And keep it away from around the padlock, the aerator. These are just on formal expanding at the moment. That fork like something twice as big. Look at these little babies. I think these are last year's. Good beauties, aren't they? Look at them. That can be a monster when it gets older. Right, so we're 1 hour in. Just gone 11 o'clock. Fishing 10 till 4 today, so 4 carp, all small ones. And from what I'm looking at, 2 or 3 people caught more than that. Mick's had a few, Nick's had a few, Brian's catching. Alman to my left, he's had a few as well. So I'm a bit behind in this match. Just let me pole line settle for a bit. I've gone back on rods, but I've put the bomb rod in. Go over those 8mm that I put in earlier and see if there's anything settled on those. Just firing a few more 8s in. See if there's anything come between the islands. So a slow start for little carp. It's not enough. Need some beasts from somewhere. Nick's found another one on peg 20. Oh, it's come off. Found one on the bomb line again. Oh, it's come off again. That's 4 fish I've lost this morning already. 2 on the bomb rod. Went around some weed near the island, that one did. Unbelievable. Roach. Nice. Nice to catch. I don't think they'll win anything today though. Right. Time for a bit more feed. I'm going to put half a pot of 4mm in. spread them over 3 lines, but fishing really precise. Oh, this one's giving me a right merry dance. It's almost gone round the aerator. Managed to keep it on, but only just. It's not in yet though. Little mirror. Oh, we're lucky. Doesn't make up for the last few I've lost, but at least it's in the net. Right, so we're 2 hours in. Clicker. The clicker thinks I've got the day off. It's got £10 on it. So we had 5 or 6 little carp and that little roach. Hard going. So I've gone back on the method feeder line. I've had that 1 carp just now. It nearly lost it on the aerator. I've lost 4 or 5 fish. Lost 2 on the bomb line. Lost 2 or 3 on the pole. Shocking. So it can only get better really. £10 in 2 hours here. It's not great. Must be dead last. I must be dead last on this lake. Mick's had a lot. Steve to my left fishing 14 metres in this wind. Bear paid to me, he's had a few fish. Nick's catching a few next to me. So I've reflayed my pace line, which is obviously quite short now with this wind. I've lost 1 fish on that. The top 3 I've refed pellet on it. But I'm not loose fishing by hand now, I'm fitting it with either a kinder pot or my pole cob. And then I just see if they're interested in a bit of corn. Sometimes they'll take a piece of corn here and it goes really well. Get some good fish on it. So I've fed some line, corn, I'll let the line settle. I'm going to rotate around them if I don't have a fish in the next 10 minutes off this line on my method feeder. Let's hope the 3rd hour is better than the first 2. The corn idea hasn't worked. No bites on corn. I don't want that. Gone back on expander. I think it's a bream. Yeah, it is, yeah. Slabby. Won't pick it up, very slimy. Top kit +1, so we've just had the bream. And then missed another bite straight after. Can do with about 50 of them down there, just waiting for my expander pellet. It's quiet around the lake at the minute, there's only odd fish being caught in this 3rd hour. I'll try the bomb line again. Seen a couple of fish show themselves in the middle of the islands in the last 10 minutes. So I'm going to go out there. So I'm just putting some dead reds in next to the end of this bush. Reeds here. A bit early down the edge, but it's really deep there. Literally just put it in. That's probably the best bite I've had all morning. It was really positive. Some nice fish as well. That's cheered me up a bit. Carp's actually swallowed it as well. Went over them 4 maggots. So I've gone back in again and got another one without even feeding. Well, that's a nice fish. Oh, look at this one. It's a beauty. Seen before, dead red still on there, look. Look at this one. It's brand new, look. Look at that. What a pretty fish that is. Right, so I've refed, gone back in the margin again, next to the reeds. I went straight away but I've lost it. I'll try that again. Want a big fish, it's only had to be a roach or one of them very small stockies. And some of them stockies down there eating the maggot. The silverfish net for these. I've only got 2 pints of dead reds. Can't feed like multiple lines, and we're not even halfway yet. So I've planned to fish these 2 pints of dead reds just in the last 2 hours on the edge, but I'm so struggling so much for bites. Looking at it, looks like I should have bought some more maggots. Got some worms with me as hook bait, so put one of them on. Oh, beautiful mirror. Pockets full of those little stockies. I'm filling the Kinder bottle. A bit better. Good sign though, this is. I'm not really interested in the maggot. Even if they're not very big. Bites. And that one there's half a pound. Definitely don't mind catching them. Roach. Not a good sign. Unless you're in the Trent. Oh, it's a bream. Is it a bream? It's a hybrid. Look at that for a hybrid. Don't need fish. Lovely. Right, so it's about 10 past 1. So we've just gone halfway. I think we've probably got about £20 in the net. We've got 18 and 19 on the clicker, plus some of these small carp and silvers. So £20, not a lot of fish. But if we're going to get bites, we'll just accumulate weight with small fish for a little while. That's what we'll do. The common carp. Yeah, about halfway through the match. Not a great weight. There's not a lot being caught at the moment. The ones I caught earlier on don't seem to be catching at the moment. Just odd fish being caught. So maybe, you know, a lowish weight might win a section today. Who knows? But at the moment, the bigger fish, it's just an odd one being come out. I mean, I've only had 5 fish, 3 to 4 pound mark. All the rest have been smaller silvers and little carp. Hoping that the bigger carp are going to feed from 2 till 4 or 3 till 4. We're going to catch a few of them then and get a decent weight together. So I'm feeding this one maggot line. Still got the pellet and methodied line in between the island to go at. I'm going to put some micros in next to the platforms. Both are about 11 metres from here, and the rigs, I can use the same rig in either one. I need a kinder pot full. Ghosty. Look at that beauty. That's going to be a beauty when it grows up. Come on, big fish, where are you? Smallest one so far. Right, I'm going to feed the platforms with micros. It's 20 to 2. 2 hours 20 minutes left. I'm putting in almost a full pot of micros against the base of each platform. I've got plenty of pellets on it. Right against the front leg. Do the same the other side. If they come to it, great. If they don't, not lost anything. This is next to the platform. So I've gone over with 4 dead reds over the top of the pot of micros. Nice mirror. Nice mirror carp. Not beast. So we're towards peg 23 now, right next to the post. Not quite so easy to see the float this way around with the sun in your face. 3 pounds. You're about the biggest. No big uns. And quite a lot of these stockies though. Lot of effort for that one.
I've had 2 good fish on, they both let me around the platform.
Is there? Oh. Oh, it went straight away then. I was expecting a carp, but it's a little stocky. Slightly better sized one. I'll try that again though. Yeah, it's a long way to fish down there just for a stocky there. Little stockies. That's not the Modgy monster we're after. Going to refeed the lines. Right, quick time check. 2:15. So I've rethread with 3 margin lines, which are both corners of each platform, and then in front of these reeds here. I've put some maggots in this one here. Give them 10 minutes to settle. But I have seen 1 or 2 fish mooching around where I've been putting those pellets on this morning, so I've gone back on with the method feeder and see if we can get anything. Brian and Ian Carr are both catching on pegs 17 and 18, I think they are. They're both catching quite well. Myself and Nick are struggling a little bit now. Nick's not catching much opposite me. And Steve Aratsky next to him on my left, he's catching a few. He's fishing really long. I think he's fishing pellet at 14 metres in this wind. Fair play to him. Slack is getting a few down the edge on peg 26. I mean, we have days here, you know, 50 pound in an hour when they come on. So got to really hope for a great last hour and a half. Right, so I've gone in down this margin. It's had 2 pots of dead reds in it, a bit of meat. I've gone in with 2 worms over the top. Hopefully, I avoid them stockies. See if there's anything else in the swim. I'll let it settle for 10 minutes. So it's now boom or bust. Really am going for it. Each of these margin swims, feeding heavy, fishing a bigger bait and see if we can pick up some decent fish. I need a really good 7, 8, 9 running good fish just to catch up. So the double worm tricks worked. Don't tell anybody, top secret. Feels like a good fish as well. This is over 2 pots of bait, micros, maggots and meat. So I need quite a few of these. Solid this fish is. Just plodding around. It's like playing a breeze block with fins. First time we've seen a tail pattern come up. Keep away from this leg. A lot of pressure on this fish now and this rig. God, don't come off now. Oh, big white ghosty. These fish always seem to fight harder. Look at that thing. Wow, what a fish that is. Wow, beautiful. Even if I don't win out today, worth coming just for this fish. What an absolute gorgeous fish that is. Even got the 2 worms back. I think we'll have a look at it later. We'll have a photo of him later. The last one just plodded around in front of me. This one gone straight out to the island. I've lost a few fish today, so this is on the same double worm as I got the last ghosty on. I was just about to move the rig and take it to the platform away from the reeds, and it's gone. Another bite like an absolute missile. Oof, feels like a nice fish though. Mirror that See if we can keep me 2 worms. Right, so it's 3 o'clock. Got last hour. So I've just had them 2 nice fish in 15 minutes. After starting to feed a bit heavier and put on 2 worms. Can we pick a few more up in the last hour? Brian's just gone for a 3rd net. He's been catching well. I don't know if one of his nets got little ones in. Or he could have £100. Who knows? We'll see in a bit. But can I play catch up in this last hour? Need a few good fish. A few more. Them 2's a good start. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and move these 2 worms down to that platform. I said that last time and done it. Absolutely nailed the 2 worms. Both them 2 carp have come in slurping in a big pile of bait. I've swallowed the 2 worms. They meant having them. That looks a nice fish, Nick. Found a small one. Not a big fish, this one. On the same 2 worms though. Had me 2 worms though. Next to the platform this one was. Again, worm swallowed. Putting a bit of everything in. So I've had 2 fish since I last fed on the platform line. I've lost one. I'm just going to feed it, let it settle and come back on the shorter line. So that's 4 fish I've had in the lot. 25 minutes. Back in with 2 worm. Plenty of bubbles coming up down there. Liner. See the swirl. Seems to be quite a few fish not on the feed, just sitting above it. Yeah. I'm trying to steer him around this way. That's common. That's common. Fed both worms though. Two worms on. We'll go back over the same line. Before I refeed it, see if there's another fish there. Right, so I've fed the short line again. I'll gone back to the platform, back to the post. With 2 worms on, after I've not fished it for 10 or 15 minutes. Come on, money monster. Right, so I've been on the long line, bumped 2 fish. And it's gone quiet there, so refed it, come back on the short line. Still on with 2 worms. There's quite a few people catching now down the edge. And still got over half an hour left to get. A chance to pick a couple more up, hopefully. I'll try and turn them around straight away if I can. Just woke up. We're going to try and scoop him then. Can't really let him down there, he's going to go under that platform. Got to come back. Oh, it's come off. Oh dearie me. That was a proper fish, that was. He came in close. Didn't realise what was happening to him. Almost got his head up so I could net him. He bolted off. Tried to go back under next door's platform. Lost it. Can't afford to lose them today. There's some bubbles coming back up again. Let's move that around there. Something back in the swim. I don't know if you've heard that. I've just heard somebody say that Forest have beat Liverpool 1-0. Whether that's true or not, I'm not quite sure. Oh, let's get this fishing. It's not as big as the one I just lost. Come on. In. If that's true, that'd be a fantastic result for us. Not impressive being caught. Never mind. One's left. 20 minutes. Going to feed a big full pot on this short line. Refed. Going straight onto it. I think the fish is still there. I'll get 2 minutes. There's no indications and no bubbles. I'm going to go down to the platform. See if I can pinch one from there. 2 fresh worms on there, wriggling like heroes. A few bubbles coming up. Ignoring the worm at the moment. Nick's playing a ghosty. Pure white, look, like the one I had. Nice fish. Nice fish that, Nick. It's been a bit quiet. So I lost that last fish. I picked one of the smaller one up. Oh, found. Just down to the platform. A couple of nudges. No proper bites really. Focus up properly. Ooh, that's a nice fish. This looked quite a decent fish as its tail came up. towards us. Try and get it down and see if it'll come towards me. Oh no! Oh! He's come round it. Wow, I won't complain again. Oh, lucky. I've had a couple do that and managed to get him in. That was lucky. Come on, Mr. Fish. Oh. That looks a nice fish. It's another ghosty. Another ghosty. Oh, that's a beauty. That's even bigger than the last one. Yeah, absolute beauty. Beauty. It's vicious. I don't think I've got time for another cast. That's it. That's your lot. We'll have a quick look at this, being the match is finished. But it's the best part of £8 as well, I would have thought. Look at that for a fish. Absolutely beautiful. It's a koi, isn't it, really? Look at that for a fish. I'll put that in its own net. Well, that's a great way to end the match. Even if I've not had the best match, I've had some absolutely beautiful fish. I think I've ended up with 13, 14 carp. But a great last hour and a half. Lost a couple, but I don't think I've won anything today though. I think they've been catching, there's a few been catching a lot more than me. But anyway, it's been a lovely day's fishing. We'll get back away. I'm going to see who has one. Ian reckons he's not got far off a ton. Steve says he ain't got far off a ton.
What's this other one? Oh, God. That's a big one. 29.9.
Well, you're 80, Geoff, anyway. 80 plus,
56.10. Like that for a win for Forest then, Kev.
Oh, 1-0, eh?
Cracking win there.
Tell his out up and dry out today.
What, like Greeny does?
49.4.
Yeah, he did it on purpose, haven't he?
29.2.
What are you laughing at, Geoff? He's got off your brand, eh? 33.50.
Fucking 34 dead. It's 34 dead.
Who's on scale?
Me?
No, you can't.
No, you can't call your own.
We'll give him 34.
I might have 33.15.
We'll give him 34, Scott. This is my third net, mate. This for the last hour. Is it? Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Big weight. Of course you can, Dave, yeah.
Some proper fish here on the right.
41, yeah, 43.
Have a big Yorkshire goose. You'll get one. If you don't mind.
42, 14.
What is in down there? Still hanging out.
54, 52, 64, 64 2.
There's 100.
Come on, Brian. You want to pick with these big net here?
That one's as big as all. Look.
That's a big net. You're right, bro. That's a fish there. Can you do it, yeah?
You can go to 70.
You only get it, mate. Got it, mate. No.
Probably see the limit here, is it?
There's more in there. That's going to be close.
£2.15. Yeah, I bought.
Oh, look at that. Well done. Yeah. What do you catch on, Geoff? This is.
47.4.
Just under.
Okay, you.
Oh yes. I'll give him £100 of mine, mate.
That gone past. Come round to us. Sick on this platform.
Yeah, it's
14 on Guinea. Nice bag of bits. I can feel with lots of little stockies, which is great to see. They were tiny, weren't they, last year? They were like that. Not as good as that one I had down at Falsport. No.
Really struggled this morning.
Yeah, 11. Not even 11. Not make double. Look at it. No double. It's doubled, yeah.
Oh, no. Careful, that could be match winner. Yeah.
It's cleaned up.
Can I have a photo with it?
Cleaned up. Never tried it. Oh, really? Usually fishing well like that. Oh, that's better. 18.3.
Well done, boys. Well done, Brian. Thank you, Dave.
So just before we go on to yesterday's results, we've had a bit of a catch up with Mr. Beard, the owner of Little John Lakes. So we'll have a quick chat to him and then we'll come back to the results. Right then, Steve, so it's 2022. James Moore had just finished their last match here today and we've had another fantastic match. And looking at the weights this season, this venue has fished probably one of the best venues in Nottinghamshire. What's your secret, Stephen? Your fish are fantastic, the quality of the fish is superb. I know you had a few problems last year, but this year it's been second to none. Your weights are just astronomical, 200-300 weights, and again your average weight on this lake today was £105, is that right?
Yes, we've just broke over a ton again today. Like I say, a year before we lost a few fish with the KHV, but as soon as we got the clear by the environment, we was allowed to restock again, so it gets bums back on seats and everything. And the anglers that come are quality anglers that we do believe that a good set of lads that come to this venue, and they're pulling some fantastic weights out. Everybody's different and how they fish, but the quality of anglers are pretty good.
Oh, they are, yeah. But I mean, your club, I mean, you're well supported by local clubs, and they come from all over, don't they? I mean, it really is a premium venue now, and you could see the weights I've seen on the Facebook this year of £200-300 regular winning weights, but backup weights of whatever £100. But the quality of the fish and the quality of the actual condition of the fish, I think you'll see on the footage today, on some of the footage early on today, caught a couple of ghosties. They look like brand new, they're nearly £10 each, and they're absolutely fantastic. So how do you maintain the quality of the fish?
I think it's just the wellness. From day one when we first put the fish in, we was never allowed for anybody to swing any fish in from start, because like you say, some of the fish still have skirts in the mouth that they look as if they've never ever been hooked at all. It's just good, and every fish has to be netted. I've always stuck by that rule, because I do believe swinging them in, they start off with something small, next thing they're swinging a pound fish in, and you don't know what damage you're going to do to them, you know.
Well, I mean, you could certainly see people take care of the fish here, and the weigh-ins are really, there's a lot of caretaking, looking after the
our top 10 today have all broke £100. You're getting down to the last 7 or 8 weights are 70 and 80 pounds.
I know, and it's still a fantastic day's fishing.
It is. I mean,
it really is.
For October, it's been exceptional weather-wise, but we haven't got to the real cold, but we still seem to perform when the cold it comes, like.
Yeah, I mean, I've had pleasure sessions here in the winter, and it absolutely emptied it. So looking forward to 2023 then, are you fully booked up for your matches? Have you got any weekends free, or
no? From end of March 2023 till end of November, it's all booked up Saturdays, Sundays, and same in 2024. We're booked 2 years in advance.
So is any particular days in the week, if a club wanted to come here, would they come on Tuesday or
Monday's probably the best day for pleasuring. In the midweek we can still do it because we have one open match on a Wednesday, and over 50s is what we call coffin dodgers on a Friday.
Yeah, and again there's some big weights on the vets matches,
yes, and there's a good turnout for the vets, and then Saturday we have a normal open. But most of the times I'd prefer if people rang to make sure they could get on the lakes rather than travel for nothing.
Yeah,
I'd hate to see people travel and get here and all three are matched up like.
Lovely. Well, anyway, thanks for the update. It's been great chatting to you today, and then we've had another lovely match from James Moore Club.
And we've enjoyed James Moore's company for I can't remember how many years you've been coming now. It's
a
been
long time now.
Fantastic club from
I
day
think
one.
when we first came here, all your fish were quite small.
Yeah, it was.
Now,
anything from 4 ounces to about a pound. Yeah,
lovely. I don't know if the camera just caught that. There's a fish leapt up in the background. I'm sure it was a ghoster. Well, it's a great way to finish, but thanks a lot, Stephen.
Okay, Kev, thank you very much. Thank you.
So I hope you enjoyed that. It was certainly interesting catching up with Mr. Baird and understanding how much effort and work he puts into Little John Lakes. Yeah, so we had a few anglers list yesterday for our last match of the season, end of October. Not everybody can make it, so there was 14 of us fished the Robin Hood Lake, but we had an absolute excellent match. Some of us struggled early on, but we made up for it later on in the match. So we had £1,049 of fish between 14 anglers at an average of £75, and for the end of October, that's just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what a fishery, absolutely superb. After that then we had section winners with Geoff Lomas at £86 from peg 13. Steve Arapsky had £81 from peg 24, so well done to section winners. Both fished tidy matches. I fished near Steve and he was fishing long, 13-14 metres long on full depth on pellet, not hardly feeding anything, and then he caught late on with worm of a pellet down his margin to his left, so well done to Steve. The top three goes like this. Ian Carr had £97.6 from peg 14. Fished an awesome match. He was catching on the feeder, but I think he also caught some late on down his margin as well. Second went to Paul Skolden from peg 7. He had £110 4 ounce, so well done Paul. And then the winner then, Brian Cox, who probably gave one of the performances of the season yesterday. He had £175 10 ounce from peg 17, and he was catching on his feeder in the morning, a bomb rod I think, a few of them he had. And then he was catching in his margin to his right, worm of a pellet, worm of a maggot. And he hardly put a foot wrong. He says that he only fouled up 3 fish all day, so his presentation was absolutely spot on. So I mean, he is a real margin maestro, I think we'll call him now, because since he retired from work he's had more time to focus on it, and he's actually producing some really good weights and some stunning performances, and not more so than yesterday. That was absolutely superb win yesterday, Brian. Well done, pal. So on to my match yesterday then. So if you've managed to watch the footage, I struggled the first 3 or 4 hours, but then started potting in heavier in the margin in the last hour and a half, and I got a few fish going. So I ended up, I think I was third in the section with £64, but 2:30. I hadn't got a lot of fish in the net, and 20 odd pounds I think I got. But them 2 absolute beautiful ghosties. I think it's the quality of the fish that are catching it in that Robin Hood Lake, considering that how heavily it's fished and how popular it is. The fish themselves are in absolutely stunning condition, and I've tried to show that on the footage with quite a few close-up clips of the actual fish. So that's a testament to Mr. Beard and his team for how they look after the venue and all the hard work they've been doing over many a year there. So it's been an excellent James Moore season 2022. It's been absolutely superb. We've had some fantastic matches, some great weights. There were trophies for Geoff and Bill, and Dave Lilliman won the Angler of the Year. I think he had the most wins, with 5 or 6 wins throughout the season. So I've really enjoyed it, always enjoyed the banter with the lads. A big thank you to Paul Skelden, Secretary, and Billy Harrison for running the James Moore Angling Club for so many years. It's been going over 50 years now. They are absolutely studious how they run the actual events. Very well organised, well planned in advance. I think the booked up matches are 2 years in advance. So big thank you to them for organising it, and I've just finished now with thanking some of the venues we fish at: Holmedale, Springvale and Little John Lakes. A lot of the guys put lots of effort into looking after these venues, and we turn up to fish, fair money, but there's a lot of background work goes into maintaining these fisheries and maintaining the quality of the fish for anglers like us to enjoy, and long may it continue. So a big thank you from me for watching the videos. Hope you've enjoyed them. I've got lots of videos coming out throughout the winter. All the stuff I filmed through the summer, and a few more matches besides. Plans again for next year, but we'll see what we're doing. See if we can do something different, but always try and keep it fresh on the footage. But anyway, a big thank you from me. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Look at that thing. Wow, what a fish that is. Beautiful. I'll put that in his own net.
For a cracking day. Let's see teeth, right? Come on.
Hey, that's a good looking top 3, isn't it?
Who's that?
Oh, small, that's better. That's better.